Good morning, self-publishers. It's Federico here, the founder of freedombooks.it. So, what we are going to speak today is not that much about the technical part of being a self-publisher or, generally speaking, a seller of digital products online, because you must understand that Amazon is just probably one of the best platform to do it, but you can do it also, um, let's say that if you had, for example, your website, and me as as the owner of some pen names, I have my website for my pen names where I provide the bonuses, for example, of the books to the readers. But I don't want to sell books on my store, even if that might be somehow more profitable, but is, the volume is really low because Amazon, there are billion of people on the Amazon every fucking single day, and on my website, I can bring them only with the um, paid traffic, and maybe it will not be so impressive, in terms of um, volume. But anyway, this is another story. So today we are going to see together why I personally choose to be a self-publisher and, generally speaking, as I said, a seller of digital products, and why I suggest you to do the same. Okay, and this is not mainly about money. This is more about the lifestyle, actually. And I give you also some numbers today. So just to be start from here, start from the numbers, and then I go deeper inside this kind of lifestyle subjects. So the numbers you must get is 20,000 euro per month. Okay, so you can do this alone, or alone plus one, let's say, collaborator that can be a freelancer, not necessarily one of your employee. So you can do this because the other thresholds of the, let's say, um, richness or wealth, you have a small team, okay, and to do much more, generally speaking, you have a big team, okay. But it's not only about how many people you handle, is how many hours you spend. So to me, my father was, and actually is, uh, my father cooks, okay, so he's a chef, cuisine chef, okay, means no time for family, basically, okay. If you have worked in this kind of business, if you have some relatives or whatever, you know that this is no time for the family. So when I was young, I remember that let's say that one huge remember I have from when I was young was to be alone, uh, studying for the school because I couldn't spend the time with the family, like a bit with my mom, but not with with the dad, and that has created inside me a huge hole when I was young, a huge feeling of fear, loneliness that has somehow brought me to make some choices. And these choices are about me and my son, or my children, or my daughter. I mean, my because uh, daughter and children. I mean, actually, I'm not a father yet, but I am preparing myself to arrive at that moment where I can stay home. I don't need necessarily to go out to, grab the money. Um, because if they need something from me, I want to stay home and help, some provide. And today is possible. I mean, with all this shitty internet stuff, let's call it like this, it's possible. So why shouldn't I? So me and my children, my son, my daughter, I want to be present at least when they are young. And I'm preparing myself now because if I have it in 1 2 years, it's the perfect time to arrive with the business that is running and it's generating money instead of trying to create it while I'm working, while I have to you know uh, take care of them. That is a mess, and all this stuff. So I would rather prefer to arrive there where the business is generating this famous 20,000 per month, okay, and so that and everything is almost, let's say, automatic because Amazon um, takes care of everything, and I can give my attention, my energy to the small kids. And the other reason why I started this business is because as I saw my father and my mom, my dad and uh, my mom was really sacrificed for the house, and my dad could not even really help because he was always outside. And am I recording the voice? Let me check. Yes, sorry. um, and they have been in holidays rarely, really rare. One is for the money, and the other one is for the time. And this is how I don't want to be in that situation. So, and here we come to the other point. So, me and my wife, how I want me to live with my wife. So, I have been with many different girls already. And for example, when I was at the university, now that I was working, I have been I mean, with a girl, and we were living together in the same house while I was working and launching this side business. And there is one really important thing that I saw. Women, especially in this period, especially in this epoch, they feel really, really alone because this society is more designed for. I mean, am I not saying this is done in purpose, but practically it is. I'm not saying that there is a complot behind, but at least not for these. There are many others, but not for these. Um, so since women are made to stay together with the people, and this society is really one man army, like you alone against everything, they really feel bad. I can see it in many, many of them. Because when we were in the caves, so in the ancient period, in the natural wild world, we used to be in small groups with many women. So women were together and they were never alone. But now a girl is always alone, always alone. Even if she's working, she's alone. Because sometimes, I mean, there will be a time when you work that you need to do something practical alone, right? So you are alone there. You go home and you are alone because you are taking care of the stuff, and maybe the guy is coming back home really late. Um, and they feel really stressed, really, really stressed. And this generates another problem, that they somehow are aggressive to you even if they don't want to be aggressive with you, because they are stressed. uh, I'm speaking more about women, because we as men, we are a bit different. We are more like horses. We are able to live alone, feeling alone but not being stressed by this, and we are happy for those little moments we spend with the other people. Like, I can be alone for 20 hours and spend 30 minutes with someone else. I'm happy for those 30 minutes. Women are a bit different. They really, the 20 hours alone are very heavy for them, very really heavy for them. And so, since I want to be with a girl, I need to consider this kind of stuff, right? I mean, it's just, I think it's taking care of another person. I can take care of everybody, but at least one, I feel I can. So I'm also for being realistic. Like, I can't help 100,000 people at the same moment, but my partner, I think I can. I I want to believe I can. At least putting her in the best situation, then we see. So, and also, of course, for me, for being happy, because I am really happy when I spend time with my partner. And many times in my life, I have been feeling like sad because I couldn't spend the time in doing something with her, because I had to do something else, to afford to live somehow. So me and my wife, my future wife, because now I am not married yet. I want to I want to be at home, or actually I want to feel free to stay at home, because if she wants to work, it's fine. When she is back, uh, we do things together, because of course I also work. I record these videos, I take care of the books, other stuff online. So I'm not doing anything, of course. I'm doing things, but um, but I save the 2 or 3 hours of traffic every day, and this is a lot. Is a lot. Is 1/8 of your time every day. I don't have it. I don't waste time to drive. I just, you know, um, take the laptop, and when it's done, I shut it down. And that's it. I don't. The time I spend to enter in my work is 5 minutes. It's not 3 hours to go and come back. So actually, I want to spend my marriage staying together. I don't want to say as much as possible, but you know, enough time. And if we decide to go and stay 2 weeks in a place, 2 other weeks in another place, another week in another place, with the Amazon is possible. With anything else, it's really tough. It's really, I mean, it's not tough in terms of it's not possible, but if you have a meeting with a customer and then you change the your time because you are in another time zone, it's huge. But let's say let me give this example to you. I was sick. I have been sick this week. I could barely handle the Amazon advertising of the books, but we hit the record in sales this week, and I was sick. I was just in the bed, like, please help me, you know. But since I have done the work before, as we always say, if you create assets, asset will help you when you go down. Not only to push you up, but they support and they help you when you go down. So me and my wife, even if, as I said, I'm not married yet, but I will be, I want to give her the possibility not to work because I generate enough money with the business, and if she doesn't want to work, she can. I mean, don't force, but you do whatever you want. If you don't want, or you don't want for a small period of time, we are fine as well. I don't care. And if you want, we take, me and you, we go have a vacation, or anyway, we can go and live for 2 weeks a place and see if we find it right place for us. If we want to go and do a safari somewhere else, we can do it. Um, if we just want to go to the gym together in the morning because you otherwise will feel alone, if we don't, we can go together. Um, and then if I ask you, listen, I need some time to stay alone because I feel I want to be alone and think about myself, or just be quiet, as I really love to be quiet. If we have spent enough time together, it's not a problem, because then I can say, okay, look, we have been, I don't know, 10 hours together. I'm telling you, I'm just gonna stay 1 or 2 hours alone, so you can resist this, right? Instead, if we have been together 1 hour in the whole week, and in that hour I ask you, I need to I need to stay alone. I mean, of course you say, Jeez, Jesus, we have never been alone this week. Can you do it in another moment? I would say it's also a good point. So my suggestion for you is to consider all this stuff. Like, put the money aside for one moment. I'm not saying this is not important. Of course it's important. We do this for the money, of course. But behind it there is another and deeper lifestyle choice. And for me, it's exactly what I'm just telling you today. So I have children. I want to be able to bring them to school and get them when they are done. If I am a really good self-publishers, I can also afford to bring them to the best school in the world. But at least I have the time to, you know, drive them to, instead of asking someone else, or, force my wife to do it. And she always feel alone, and I don't want this to happen. And I know that if I spend 10 hours traffic, go in the place, stay there, go back, and I really don't want, I'm not earning enough money, that's it, it's a mess. But if I'm really good in doing this, and building this takes some months, you can really do it with a small piece of patience, um, and a bounce of knowledge that you can earn with a really small investment, if you want to know. Because now we have this beautiful one-on-one coaching that will bring you together. We take you from where you are and we start build everything together. So we go on the Amazon and we find the keyword together. We create the book, we create the cover, we do everything together. Everything together. Okay, so it's not a coaching like, this is the video course, follow it. If you don't understand, ask me questions. Okay, there is this part, you can ask questions all the time you want. There is the support system for this, but aside this, the real one-on-one coaching is um, is okay. When are you free? Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Okay, we meet 10 a.m. tomorrow. We go on the Amazon and we find the keyword together. When are you free next? Friday. Friday at 3. Okay, we meet at Friday at 3 p.m. and we create the book together. Okay, so this is what we are going to do with you. If you buy this goal is 4,000 package. Okay, you just need to add to the cart or pay directly with PayPal. I mean, do whatever you prefer, do whatever you want. We have 5 seats, and we keep this open till the end of December. Okay. So really think about this, my friend, or my I don't know who you are, if you are a man, if you are a woman, it really depends, but the 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 ratio behind is I mean, it's the same. And when I started, my investment was for this, for me and my son, my children, for me and my wife, because I can't arrive at the point where I have them and I'm not inside the business to create the business. It's a mess. I would rather prefer to create it now, while I start relationships with a girl and find out if she's okay for me and if I am okay for her. And when we will have kids, the business will be perfect, running with me, able to run it. And if we want to go in another country for a small or long period of time, we can do it. But I have prepared it in advance. So if you agree, if you relate, like take your time to think about what I'm saying, I will really, suggest you to go here and enter our one-on-one coaching program. For today is everything. I think that we have really covered the important topic, and I wish you all the best. Hopefully, we will find you inside our one-on-one coaching program that you find here. See you guys.